wabarakatuh. Hello. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I hope you are well today. Okay, good to meet you again in the course of cost management. Yeah, today is the second meeting. So we move to chapter 2, implementing strategy, the balanced scorecard and the value chain. Okay. The learning objectives for this chapter are explain how to implement a competitive strategy by using SWOT analysis or strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And then explain how to implement a competitive strategy by focusing on the execution of goals. Explain how to implement a competitive strategy using value chain analysis, and then explain how to implement a competitive strategy using the BSC or Balanced Scorecard, and then explain how to expand a conventional balanced scorecard by integrating sustainability. Okay, first of all, I want to explain about implementing a strategy. Actually, there are two main competitive strategies, which are cost leadership and differentiation. Okay, cost leadership. So, the focus here are cost. So, for cost leadership, you remember about the cost biaya, so it should be less cost with good quality or with the standard quality. And the second strategy is differentiation. Yeah, differentiation. Okay, we move to for differentiation. Yeah, you remember about the different. Different is berbeda. Jadi produknya itu berbeda dengan perusahaan lain, gitu ya. Okay. Next. Once a firm chooses which strategy to follow, there are various means of implementation. So, the firm can choose cost leadership or differentiation. For cost leadership, yeah, the firm need to consider about cost. Or for differentiation, the firms should create something different with other products. Okay. Once a firm chooses which strategy to follow, there are various means of implementation that are SWOT analysis, focus on execution, value chain analysis, and balanced scorecard. Okay, we will continue. We will learn one by one what is SWOT analysis, and then focus on execution, value chain analysis, and balanced scorecard. We move to SWOT analysis, yeah. Analysis about strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. For SWOT analysis, the firm need to identify. Yeah, the first step is identification of critical success factors tied to strategy. For example, product innovation, quality, and skill development. And then after the company identify the critical success factors, Company need to identify of quantitative measures for the specified CFS. For example, number of design changes or new patents. It's related to product innovation. Yeah, the more innovative, so the number of design change or new patents is more. Yeah. The second, number of defect or number of returns. It's related to quality. Yeah. So if the quality is good, number of defect is low or number of returns is low, and vice versa. And then number of training hours or amount of skill performance improvement. This is related to skill development. So if the skill development is good, the number of training hours is high. Yeah. Okay, for the SWOT analysis, there are four components: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. For strength and weaknesses, actually this one is from internal of company. So the company need to look at product lines, management, R&D, research and development, manufacturing, marketing, and strategy. And then opportunities and threats, yeah, this come from external. Look at barriers to entry, intensity of rivalry among competitors, substitute goods, and customer or supplier bargaining power. Okay, execution. Now, the CFS, yeah, a manager executes depend on the chosen strategy, which is cost leadership or differentiation. For cost leadership, the focus is operational performance and quality. And for differentiation strategy, the focus is customer satisfaction and innovation. The next step in execution, differentiated firm must pay close attention to marketing and product development. Management accountants assist by gathering, analyzing, and reporting on relevant information. Next can be approved through benchmarking and total quality improvement. Okay, for the SWOT analysis, just remember, yeah, which strategy the company choose, cost leadership or differentiation. For cost leadership, it means that outperform competitors by producing at the lowest cost, consistent with quality demanded by consumer. And for differentiation is creating value for the customer through product innovation, product features, customer service, etc. that the customer is willing to pay for. Okay, we move to value chain analysis. Value chain analysis is meant to reach the detail level of analysis. CSFs, yeah, or critical success factors must be implemented in each and every phase of operations. Value chain analysis helps a firm better understand its competitive advantage by analyzing what processes add value. Processes that do not add value can be deleted or outsourced. A value chain analysis designed to manufacturing to service after sale. Not all areas will get the same attention. Identification of areas most important to the customer will determine the firm's focus. And the goals of value chain analysis is the most value at the lowest possible cost. For value chain analysis has two steps. First of all, identify the value chain activities at the smallest level possible. And the second one is develop a competitive advantage by reducing cost or adding value. Now, this one is related to company strategy. Reducing cost is related to which strategy? Cost leadership or differentiation? Yep, cost leadership. And then for adding value is related to differentiation. Which one? Okay. To develop a competitive advantage, a firm must consider the following questions. What is our competitive advantage or strategy? Cost leadership or differentiation? Where can we add value for the customer? In which part? Yeah. Where can we reduce costs? Yeah. Are any of our process link or linkage exploited? For the next example of value chain analysis in computer manufacturing. Computer Computer Intelligence Company or CIC manufactures computers for small businesses. The company has an excellent reputation for service and reliability as well as growing customer list. Is there any way to add value for the customer while reducing costs? This big questions. Yeah. Okay, we continue. So the company is considering two options. Option 1 is to continue functioning as is. Option 2 includes two separate outsourcing decisions. First of all, the purchase of manufacture of parts and providing service internally or outsourcing it. So it is important to consider company strategy in outsourcing decisions. Okay, this one is the analysis. Yeah. The first one, we need to identify the activity, value activity here. And then option 1 is the current option and option 2 is the potential. We need to compare them between option 1 and option 2, which one is the best for the company. Okay, value activity acquiring raw material, ya, memperoleh bahan baku. Option 1, current is CIC is not involved at this step. Option 2, for potential choice, CIC is not involved at this step also. And then for manufacturing computer chips and other parts, for option 1 or current, CIC is not involved at this step. The cost is $200. For the option 2 is the same. CIC is not involved at this step. Yeah, cost is $200. The next, manufacturing components. Yeah, some of which CIC can make. Okay, the option 1, CIC purchase $300 of parts for each unit. For option 2, for potential option, CIC manufactures these units for $190 per unit plus $55,000 monthly. And then assembling activity. CIC's costs are $250 $50 for the option 1. For the option 2, CIC's costs are $250. It's the same, yeah. And the next activity, yeah, the last activity is marketing, distributing, and servicing. For option 1, CIC's costs are $175,000 per month. For option 2, for potential option, maybe CIC can contract out this service for $130 per month. Per unit, yeah, this one is per unit. Okay, these are the results of value chain analysis. For option 1, yeah, we need to identify first this one, the different, sorry, the different option or maybe the comparison here is the same, which this one, this activity that we can compare, manufacturing, yeah, and marketing, distributing, and servicing. The others is the same, I think. So this one is different that can be analyzed, ya, yang dapat dianalisis. Okay, for option 1, manufacturing, here $300 per unit. So manufacturing 300 multiple 600 units, so $180,000. For option 2, is here, manufacture. The option 1 in purchases, option 2 is manufacturers, $190 per unit, and this one monthly. Same, 600 unit multiple $160, yeah, plus 55,000 per month, yeah. So this one is $169,000. Okay, the next activity is marketing, distributing, and servicing. Marketing for option 1 is $175,000 per month. Which one? This one, yeah. This current option or option 1, yeah, current situation. And then for option 2, for potential option, CIC can contract out the service for about $130 per month per unit, yeah. Sorry, I think it should be $130 per unit. Yeah, so per month is 600 unit multiple $130. So it becomes 78,000 per month. Yeah. So this one is per unit. Yeah. Should be like that. Okay. Okay, so saving with option 2, you can see here. Saving with option 2 for manufacturing is $11,000. 180,000 minus 169,000. And then for marketing, distributing, and servicing activity, the company can save for $97,000 per month. Okay, result of value chain analysis. CIC can save $108,000 per month by manufacturing the parts and contracting out marketing, distributing, and servicing, or we can call it option 2. Yeah, this one, manufacture this one and contract this one. The main factor driving the decision is company strategy, which in this case is quality and customer service. Yeah, for a firm pursuing a differentiation strategy, the best option is not necessarily the one which provides the most saving, or saving is a secondary consideration. From a strategic viewpoint, option 1 is preferred over option 2 because the company focus on differentiation strategy. How do you know company is focused on differentiation strategy? This one, the company has an excellent reputation for sales service, yeah, and reliability. Yeah, their focus is customer. So option 1 is still preferred over option 2. Yeah, although for the cost is higher than option 2. Okay, we move to the balance scorecard. Balanced Scorecard is a performance report based on a broad set of financial and non-financial measures that is crucial to understanding and implementing a strategy. This report groups a firm's critical success factors into four areas, which are financial perspective or financial measures, customer perspective or customer satisfaction, internal business process perspective, example productivity and speed, learning and innovation, example training and number of new patents or products. The benefits of the balanced scorecard means for implementing strategy and then means to achieve a desired organizational change in strategy can be used to determine management's compensation and rewards and coordinates efforts within the firm to achieve critical success factors. However, there are some limitations that non-financial information is subjective. Conven- Confidentiality must be ensured for certain information, must be adaptable and frequently updated, and then costly and time consuming to implement the balance scorecards. Okay, a properly constructed balance scorecard can be used to infer a company's strategy. So, BSC influence the strategy rather than strategy influence balance scorecard. The emphasis placed on each performance perspective reflects the strategy of the firm. For a cost leader, the operations perspective might be the most important, and for a differentiator, the customer perspective is more important. Okay, we move to the next about strategy map. A strategy map is a cause and effect diagram of the relationships embodied in a balanced scorecard. The benefit of strategy maps, yeah, are shows how the achievement of critical success factors in one perspective should affect the achievement of goals in another perspective. The financial perspective is the target in the strategy map because financial performance is the ultimate goal for the most profit-seeking organization. Success in the other perspective leads directly to improved financial performance and shareholder value. Okay, the last about sustainability. Sustainability is the first fifth perspective for many organizations. The balancing of short-term and long-term goals in all three dimensions of the company's performance: economic, social, and environmental. Environmental reports use environment performance indicators or EPIs to measure sustainability. These, these indicators are in three areas. Operational, this one measures stresses to the environment or regulatory compliance issues. And then management, try to reduce environmental effects and environmental condition, measure environmental quality. The BFC and not for profit NFP organization. Competitive strategy is different because must satisfy funding authorities, political leaders, and the general public. The BSC can still be used to monitor CFS related to internal processes, customer satisfaction, financial measure, and human resource measure. Value chain analysis can still be used to determine at what points costs can be reduced or value added on the value chain. Okay, the next is the role of accounting. Three cost management resources for implementing strategy are discussed in this chapter. SWOT analysis provides a system and structure to identify critical success factors. Value chain analysis builds on the critical success factors by breaking them down into detailed activities. The BXC provides a way to implement the detailed strategy development developed through the previous two analyses. It provides the processes for evaluating the organization achievement of critical success factors. So this one is chapter summary. You can read it by yourself because I have uploaded the material in elena.unes.ac.id. You can access it and download it. Okay, thank you very much for your kind attention. We continue our discussion in Elena or WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.